This is the Earth and it's going to be rotated to a 90-degree angle. But because of this, things like seasons, climate, and even life could be severely affected. So, would it be a significant change or just a slight breeze? So, pause the video right now and think about it. So, the outcome is pretty clear, isn't it? Yeah, a complete catastrophe. But why exactly? I mean, the only thing that we changed was the angle because the Earth is still the same, and then also the distance to the Sun. So, what's happening here? So, a couple of things are going to happen, but the main one is because of something called solar insolation. Basically, we have to use this formula where S is the solar constant, which basically tells us the solar power per unit area measured outside the Earth's atmosphere on a surface that is perpendicular to the incoming sunlight. Or in basic terms, this number right here is going to be a constant. Then we have the cosine part, where the angle here represents the solar zenith angle. You can calculate it using this. Another formula here is going to be this one, but it actually looks pretty complicated, but don't worry about it, it's pretty simple. So this formula right here, it's going to tell you that the solar zenith angle is going to be made out of three factors. The first one is going to be latitude, the second one is going to be the Earth's tilt, and the third one is going to be the time of the day. But before putting everything into that formula, let's try to calculate it with the things that we actually have with the normal Earth. So for this first part, we're going to consider for very simple purposes that the equator is going to be our location, so then the latitude is going to be 0. Also, it's going to be summer, so the solar declination, which is this thing right here, is going to be 23.5, and the time of the day is going to be noon. So the hour angle is going to be equal to 0. And then the solar constant is going to be the same because of course it's going to be a constant. So when you put all the numbers in, you're going to have this number, and that's going to be the number that we have for our normal planet. But here's the question: what would happen if instead we have that rotated Earth at 90-degree angle? Well, with the same calculations, I will get for our solar insolation that it's going to be equal to 0. And look, I'm not lying. When you put this angle into the zenith angle formula, you get 0. And the result, it's that when you multiply by that constant, you're going to have 0 again. So 0 is going to be the result. But that doesn't make any sense because think about it. If you have 0, that means that you won't have any sunlight for the entire summer. No, just that if you have no sunlight, all the catastrophic effects are going to happen there in that summer. So, like I said before, we are cooked. But don't worry, because this scenario is almost entirely impossible. I mean, unless we started to bombard the planet with nuclear bombs.